Alright guys, this video I'm just showing you what I like to use for whitefish, and where, actually. A lot of guys ask. But for starters, I'll show you what I like to use. We'll get back to this in a second. I got a 24-inch ultralight rod rigged up with 3-pound test, going to a barrel swivel, size 12 I believe. Here's that. Above that, before I tie on to the barrel swivel, I've got a Gamakatsu size 8 wide gap hook. I like these hooks in general. I keep them always in my ice fishing box. I like to use it for dead sticking, for walleye, crappie. Put them on tip ups with like 6-pound vanish. Kind of an all around hook I like to use in general. Thread it so the point's up onto your line. Like I said, I'm using 3-pound line. Even for my leader, I'm using 3-pound. And it's just a trilene micro ice. There you go, if you can see that. And then there, a lot of guys use a bead. I don't see any reason to. I know people, oh, protect the knot. I've caught my limits plenty of times. I've never had a problem. So it's just one less thing to worry about. You do get stretch, it's 3-pound test, but as long as you keep a tight line, you'll feel those fish. From there down, probably 10 inches or so, I go to a little snap on the bait. Right there. I don't know if you can see it. That helps at all. For easy changes, sometimes the fish are finicky. You've got to use a smaller bait, a bigger bait. You never know. Maybe you get a big mark. Let's say you're using a camera. I personally use a flasher and you see a walleye come through. Put on a jig head and pound away at it. Maybe you'll get them. As far as baits, this is actually my favorite. Blue Fox, 1/8 ounce. I don't really know, but it's a little spoon. But a lot of guys up there will know if they see this. That's that gold color. You can't go wrong. It's hammered. It's got the little eye. I think there's something to it. I changed the hook. It's actually the one a must add. 10 or 12. I don't know. But I took it off a Rapala, actually, a jigging Rapala. So that's awesome. Tip it with gulp, waxies, maggots, whatever. When the fish are finicky, sometimes you gotta, you need to use live baits. You never know. I 99% of the time use gulp for everything. You really don't usually need to change anything up. One thing I caught fish on the other day, though, when I was up there, these Impulse, like a mayfly or a hex or whatever, mayfly, they're tiny. I've actually put those on that dropper hook. I think it looks like anything they would probably eat during a hatch or something, so it's something they normally would see. I think a lot of those fish eat gobies. That's obviously why you're using the gold colors. What else? This spoon actually is the one I was using the other week as my bottom bait. Just a buckshot rattle spoon. Once again, that color, the gold. This worked too for me. One of those newer live forage minnow spoons. I don't know why. I think they like this too. I was watching them on the flasher. Fish were really finicky that day, but they followed that spoon pretty good. But the buckshot rattle spoon actually called them in. When the fish really get finicky, though, this is my #1 lure. Not very heavy at all. I mean, it's probably a 1/16 of an ounce. I don't know offhand. I don't remember buying them. But tiny little like teardrop like that, I'll fish that even as deep as 50 feet. Just keep a tight line. You'll feel them. And with this, too, I'll keep, like, when I either throw the mayflies on, or I'll just T-bone a gulp or a waxy on there. That's it. That's all you need. So, as far as jigging goes, everybody's kind of got their thing. Personally, though, I don't have a weight on that, but personally, I like to I give it a couple of big raps on the bottom. I let it bounce, and then I just kind of slowly wave motion up. What's nice is about that is because a lot of guys, they'll do this, but you get that kind of drape in the line. When you're doing this, you kind of feel. You're always making connection to the bait. These fish bite so light. Sometimes you need that. A lot of times when they bite, you're not going to feel it. Even though, a lot of times you will. You'll feel that. But a lot of times there'll be a weight there. And that lighter rod and the lighter line, it kind of gives you that edge. before the fish knows they're hooked, you're gonna get them. So that definitely helps. So, now as far as places to go, I've done a lot of research myself, but I mean, I'm making this video for guys that got questions. Hopefully I can answer them. A lot of guys will use that Whitefish rig. Hopefully this starts up here. Nope. Alright, I'm back. Computer didn't want to start up. But anyways, okay, we're here. Unfortunately, I live down in Milwaukee, so I don't get up here a whole lot. But I like to make day trips even. If I get a couple of buddies, we split gas. So it's, I mean, at the end of the day, $20 to enjoy a great day of fishing. Why not, right? As far as where you could stay, Sand Bay, I've stayed there a few times over the years. Dale Stroshine, nice guy. I had the privilege of watching the Bears beat the crap out of I've had the privilege of watching the Packers beat the Bears before the Super Bowl that one year. Same day, Brett Alexander gave my buddy and I a ride back from Larson's Reef. Really nice. Really nice guys, though. I'm by no means a guide or anything, that's for darn sure. But they can put you on fish, that's obvious. So, more power to them. I'm jealous. So, but anyways, places I've personally fished, I've caught limits of fish, no problem. Let's see, I've caught fish out of High Cliff, an area over here. I believe they do a lot of walleye fishing as well. I personally have never even caught a walleye up here yet, but one day, right? You go out to, 25 feet or so, you can catch whitefish out there, but that's more of an early morning thing. But, I mean, where you want to catch fish is you can take the long walk out into this area here. I've caught my limits out in this area too, out of, Riley's Bay that is, by Snake Island. There's a few weed beds in there too. I mean, I haven't tried yet, but I suspect there's perch and, pike and stuff like that in there. Same with Little Sturgeon Bay. If you go up there, you'll see that line of shacks, though. They just you'll see them kind of do this and follow that contour where the depths are. Last week week before, whatever, I was out Henderson's. That's my favorite place. If you go up there, the only thing, it's a pain in the ass down that hill. You park at the end of Lime Kiln, and you'll see the cars. It's obvious. There's a guy that charges for parking if there's no more left. You walk down that hill, walk straight out. If there's a lot of guys, go to the sides. Take that extra walk. Seriously, it'll help. Too many of these guys drill like 86 holes, and it shuts the fish down. If they're in shallow, go deeper. Trust me. Don't go where the guys are. Last time I was out there, it took us a few hours to get a limit. I think it was the front that came through, to be honest with you. But it sounds like they're getting them pretty good right now. But you just stick with it, you'll get it. But usually, I like to start around 30 feet. That seems to be good as far as Henderson's. You can go south, Red River, Dykesville, Sugar Creek. I know they catch them in shallower water, too. I want to go to Sugar Creek on Friday. We'll see what happens. I'm sure I'll go to Henderson's just because I know it's easy. But yeah, you'll see a lineup. Don't be afraid to ask questions when you're out there. Usually everybody's pretty good. I think I've gotten checked by the warden almost every single time I've been out there, even on a Tuesday. So just a heads up. But if you guys got questions, you can message me. We're on Lake Link. My name is Rabolio. But yeah, I'm always there to help. So maybe we could trade secrets. But if anybody knows anything about walleye, you can let me know about that. But alright, thanks guys. Have a good one. Good luck out there.